Hello, I'm Scott Brown with Green Wind and Other Home Energies. You're looking at the switch housing at the bottom of a ceiling fan that the light kit normally screws into. Inside here is all your wires and controls, your directional switch, your speed switch, and a capacitor inside there, a dual capacitor at that. We're going to get rid of all of that and show you how to save exactly what you need. That screw right dead center is where, basically, just for knowledge, if you want to unscrew that, you can put the light kit on there, but we're not going to use that. We're going the opposite direction. We're doing tear down. Tear down. There you go. Now, inside this switch box is, you see that foil right there, the red and, the blue and white wire. These go to the light kit. We're not going to use those. That box right there at the bottom has a screw to it. That is the dual capacitors. We're going to take this blue wire all the way on up to the connector, cut it off, leaving it as long as possible. Same with the red one, and also the brown one. And now that we got the brown one cut, we're going to go back to those light kit switches. Let's separate these wires, and then we stretch this wire out and get to the two white ones a lot easier. Hey, they're separated. Pull it out. Take your dikes all the way on up, close as you can get, making these wires as long as possible, and snip. Now we can pull all this out and get a nice long distance. All three, whole guts is all right there except for one cut. Okay, so now let's cut the switch off. We're going to cut it pretty close to the switch if you want to keep it, or all the way if you don't want to keep it. I'm going to use this one, or you could just toss it all out. Alright, here's a close-up of the capacitor. In the center you can see the circuit, and above it says 2 microfarads, and towards the bottom it says 3.75 microfarads, 220 volts AC, made in Taiwan. This cover, I think I'm going to keep it, and that's going to be part of another Stirling engine. Put it on the back shelf. Probably won't see it for a while, but maybe we might. I like it. It's pretty thick metal. Looks pretty nice. Brush finished. Here's another shiny trinket. The microphone that I'm talking on is a D104, and I believe it's a Tug 8. There's the back emblem. Beautiful. I can look at that all day. I know you can. Inside the can you see 7 wires here. There's 3 wires. That's blue, white, and black. They're the fatter ones. They go to the light kit, and the other 4 go to the coils inside. We're going to take these out in a minute. Down at the bottom here, you notice this nut is fused to the can and electroplated, and at the other side of that was another nut plus a lock washer. We'll get that off in a second. First, we'll pull these wires. 1, 2, 3. There, very good job. Now we got these wires out. It's about a foot long. Good wires, save them for something. There's all the junk we just pulled out and stored. I'll give you a shot of the side there. While you're doing all this, you got to be careful of these fine wires. Okay, now these 4 wires here go to those coils that you just saw, the outer ring and the center ring. Which 2 go to which ones, I'm not too sure. Some ceiling fans have 6 wires. This one has 4. There's the lock washer, and we'll take the nut off. If you grab the outside of that stator without breaking those wires, you can turn it and hold on to this and get that nut off. Back to the inside, you look at some of these wires, you see that some of them have 2 wires jumping across there, and they're pretty fine. You don't want to break those. Now, if you look around the outside edge, there you see 7 coils. In between those 7 coils, you'll notice that there's 2 blank spots where there are no coils, and that's blank laminates. So, basically, the coils go around 2 laminates, and right next to it is 2 more laminates with no coils. This one here was just all the windings were stuck on the first coils, and on the first 2 laminates, and skipped over. It's just as many windings and just as good. Just inside that's another set of coils, and they're 90 degrees out of phase. If you notice these laminates, there's 2 inside the coils and 2 outside. It means 4 sets of laminates per phase, or per cycle. This is okay. Anyway, basically we're going to treat the coils like they're all north, and the spaces in between like they're all south. 2 coils in the 2 north magnets in the coils, and 2 south magnets positioned where the blank stators are, or blank stator material is. This is the induction ring. I'm not going to use it. What I plan on doing with this is casting it out of some brake dust and epoxy, or some grindings off of brake shoes. Anyway, I'm Scott Brown with Green Wind and Other Home Energies. I hope you enjoyed. Please rate, subscribe, and many good things to you and yours.